everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you just say good evening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, all right. Thank you. This whoever is on with Ibukun Olubi's phone or laptop, can you just say good evening from your hand so that I can confirm that we are all on the same page?
Good evening.
Good evening, ma. Right, when you consular, are you there?
Good evening.
Good evening. All right. So, we can go on. I think we are more than 10% of the people that are on the group, so it's a good place to start, right? And this is not a one-time program. Today is just the onboarding training, and we move on from there. Today is just the onboarding training, and we move on from there, and we'll continue to push it and wait for other people to join as we continue. Definitely, if you don't join from start, or if a time comes that you don't come in, maybe on from this Thursday, you might not be able to really catch up with what we're doing, right? Because it's 1 month and we're trying to put so much effort to be able to pass the message across to every of our participants, and that they should have maximum time to be able to digest it and become proficient at what they do or they are willing to learn. All right. So noting that this is NION Academy, and I want to say welcome to NION Academy, a place where everything is either green or green. This is NION Academy, and this is a place where everything is either green or green, right? It's either green or green. It's either green or green. So you are welcome to the Greenland, right? And don't mind my clothes. My clothes is not green today. Maybe as we go on, um, my clothes will just change to green all of a sudden. All right. So, but here is the Greenland is a place where we believe everything can be green, from nothing with us here, right? So, and that's why our love emoji on the group, is green. You're welcome, Matthew. You're welcome, Oni Eniola, Uni Eniola. All right, you're welcome, whatever it is. So, before I go on, I'll just introduce myself, and I want maybe all of us to just introduce ourselves in 1 seconds. Just 1 seconds. Your name, where you're joining from. Maybe you are just graduating from secondary school, or you are part of the team. Right. I'll start from the team of Neon Academy that are here. So we just introduce ourselves. Then you introduce yourself, your name, um, where you are joining from, and maybe how you heard about the program. All right. So, all right. Let me start from myself. I'm Cornelius Adeoye, and I'm the team lead for Neon Academy. So, I'm here as a facilitator and at the same time as a team lead. So, I'll just pass it to Oyindamola to also introduce herself. Right, she's part of the team. Right.
Alright, good evening, everyone. My name is Indamola Dijagola. I'm part of the team. I'm the facilitator for the AI and robotics.
All right. So you want to become a robotic engineer? That's going to be your facilitator in this course. All right. A full stack web developer too. So I'll be taking you front end and back end development. All right. All right. Front end and back end development. So, on your consular, can you just introduce yourself in a bit?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Deja Gola Kosala. I'm also part of the team.
right, Matthew Solomon.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, I'm Matthew Solomon. I stay in Abuja, so I'm glad to be. Guys, I'm glad to learn, and also it's an opportunity to learn from you guys. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow. So how did you learn? Yeah, heard about us from Abuja.
Okay, I actually saw your ad on that is on Facebook. So
Wow, on Facebook.
yes, sir.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. All right.
Yes, sir.
I least expect to see anybody from Facebook here. Especially maybe Instagram, LinkedIn. All right. It's nice to have you all the way from
Thank you very much, sir.
Abuja. All right. Somebody, I know it's somebody that is using this phone or this account. Ibukun Olubi. All right.
Okay, so my name is Adeto Rebuku. I recommend the program for some of my sisters, and I just want to know the content.
All right.
I'm not intimidated today.
There is, it's obvious. Good evening, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Oni Eniola. Hello. Eniola, can you hear us? If you can.
Good evening,
All
everyone.
right. Good evening. Oh, I even thought it's going to be a lady. All right. Good evening, Eniola.
Uh,
Just your
Please,
name. Okay, you came
yes,
in.
my
Your
name is
name.
Tosin
All right. So where are you
from
joining
Lagos.
from? From Lagos. Wow. So how did you hear about the training?
So, the WhatsApp advert from,
Okay, from a friend.
uh, from a friend, yes.
Oh wow, it's nice. So are you just done with secondary school, or you're waiting for admission, or you are joining for someone else?
I just, I'm done with my secondary school,
All right. So waiting for university.
university, yes.
All
So
right.
I'm interested in this robotics and coding.
Ma Onyedamala, so you're having students very well. All right. I think there's somebody joining with a name I don't want to pronounce as it's appearing, but
Good evening.
all right. Good evening. Good evening. So what's the name?
My name is Victoria.
Where are you joining from?
Ogun State.
Oh wow, it's nice to see you here. Thank you for joining. So we have candidate from Abuja, from Lagos, from Ogun State, and from Ogun State. All right, thank you for joining us. And as I was saying, this is NION Academy, and by very green people. You can see green. You can see green everywhere. Oh, did you raise your hand? Do you want to say something? So if you want to communicate anything, you can communicate in this chat. Oh my god. Alright. People that are just joining us, we introduce themselves as we continue to move on. Alright, so at NION Academy, what we do is we do tech training, right? So we teach people on how to, start out their career in tech and be able to become professional at what they do, not just have the knowledge, but be able to practice it and maximize it in whatever space that they find themselves, right? And one of the things we try to do is structured learning, and we observe that many people want to learn, but they just go to YouTube. Anybody can learn anything on YouTube, so just go to YouTube and you are just learning, and not coming to being able to do anything at the end of the day, right? So that's one of the things we try to implement. We try to implement structured learning, right? Structured learning. So you can track your learning that, okay, after this I'm learning this next, after this I'm learning this next, after this I'm learning this next, and that has helped us to be able to keep track and train people over time, right? Okay, our training is basically before now has been, we started 2021, so our training, that was when we started as NION Academy, but NION Academy as another brand has been in existence since 2018, right? So we've been in this training since 2018, but we switched to another name, which is NION Academy, that we're using now, 2021, right? And one of the things we do is that we teach university students or people who have graduated, who are working class, and or who want to transition from a career that they are doing presently to tech career, right? So those are the people we deal with before now. We've trained. We are on the second cohort of our training for university student, and I think first cohort for our training for people who are undergraduates, right? I mean, who are postgraduates and who are employed but want to transition or want to learn a tech skill, right? So those are people we trained before now, but from onset, Tech4Teens has been part of the things that we want to do. We want to, I started learning when I was in 200 level. I studied computer engineering, so when I was in 200 level, we would do programming, and also I started out very late, and I had to catch up on a whole lot of things. Then I realized, right, one of the things about this thing is that I realized that people who are of your age range, of the age range of teenagers and all, that might have access to be able to learn this thing at this age, they have the tendency to become proficient in it even as time goes by, because they have an early advantage in learning it, right? And that's why we are pushing it out, so that you can develop yourself. You are Before you enter university, you have something you can hold on to, right? Apart from being able to own the test skill, one of the things that helped me while I was in the university, right, it's been owning this tech skill, right, and training people. It was like a source of income for me while I was in school. So it reduced me calling my parents at home for, okay, I want to buy this, want to buy this book, want to buy this, want to buy this. Imagine 50 student or 5 students register, and it was 10,000 that I collected from them. That's 50,000, right? That's like half of my school fees at that particular time. I can pay some departmental fee, I can buy some textbooks, I can do so many things with that money at that particular time. So it really is a whole lot of things on my parents' side, and or because I was able to learn it not that early, but as early as at that time. So imagine what will become of somebody who learns it more earlier than that, and that's why we are pushing it out. That's why at this particular time that this is our first edition of Tech4Teens, and we are pushing it out. We want you to be part of it. And NION, the acronym for NION, NION, right? The full meaning of NION is this place we nurture, right? What we do is that we nurture talents, we nurture tech talents, we nurture people who are interested in coming. You cannot, the phone you are using to join, or the laptop you're using to join now is tech, right? Being able to see this now, being able to come to this website is tech. Being able to see me, right? I blur my background. Being able to blur my background, it's something of AI, right? It's tech. Everything you do, right? Almost everything you do is tech, and it's necessary that you are enlightened about it, and you come into that space, you see yourself fitting into it, and that's why we're bringing it into your age range, right? The number one thing we do here is that we nurture your passion. We try to discover, okay, where are you passionate about? What exactly do you want to do? And it's not just a training, it's part of the training. Is one of the things that is embedded in the training, right, is self-discovery. You'll be able to do your SWOT analysis as well, where your strength lies, where your weakness is, where you can spot opportunity, and what are the threats. Maybe you don't like coding, but you have strength in design. You don't like back end, but you like front end, and many of those things. So that's one of the things we're trying to do here is self-discovery, being able to discover yourself and moving to the maximum of what you can do. So number one is nurture. Then number two is innovate, right? So we are innovative people. We don't just copy and paste stuffs, right? But we are able to think and birth something new, right? invent something new, innovate what is existing, improve on existing protocols, and make sure that we are able to contribute to the economic state of our land, right? Then the O is optimize. Maybe you've already started coming into tech, you've already heard about tech, you've heard about this, you've heard about that, and sorry about that, you've heard about it, and you've started out maybe trying to learn something, you've known how to press phone, how to press laptop, and all like that. What we try to do at NION Academy is to optimize that your skill, is to make sure that you're able to maximize what you have, right? Some of us, we have phones now. Maybe you're 16, you're 15. Majority of people in that age range have phones. If you don't have phone, you have access to the phone of your mom or your dad, right? So many people just okay, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, but there are many. I started learning how to code with my phone, right? There were apps at that particular time that I was working with my Android phone without a laptop. So that was where I started learning how to develop website and all like that. That was where I started from. I can't remember the apps now. Maybe I'll try and look for it, do my research, and I'll send it to you on the group. So what we try to do is optimize, learn how to maximize what you have. You don't have to have a very big space. You don't have to have all the gadgets in the world before you launch into tech, whether as a teenager or as somebody who is already in it, right? You don't have to have all the gadgets before you start launching. So one of the things we try to do is optimize, upskill you, right? And the other thing we try to do is network, right? And that's why we did the introduction we did the other time. If it were to be another place, you just, the speaker would just go on like that and everything is just there. But one of the things we try to do is network, try to know ourselves, interact with ourselves, and be able to leverage on each other. Okay, I have a friend who is doing robotics, you have a friend who is doing front end, then another friend of yours is doing back end. Both of you can collaborate, right? And that's one of the bridge we are trying to cover. We've seen that majority of people compete, right? You want to do something better than another person, but we realize that there's more advantage when you can collaborate together, right? And that's one of the things we are trying to push. That okay, maybe after this course you've discovered that your strength is front end, another person discovered that their strength is back end. Both of you can collaborate together and build projects, top-notch projects, while the person who is front end is leveraging on the skill and the person who is back end is leveraging on the skill. I know to some people those words can be high sounding, front end, back end, what is front end, what is back end. Don't worry, at the end of this course or as we begin to progress, you understand everything that I'm talking about, right? So NION Academy, we nurture, we innovate, we optimize, and we network. So that's basically what we do across board. And Tech4Teens is the next big thing that is happening to us, and that's why you are here. It's the next big thing that we are channeling our energy to, and that's why we're happy to have you here, right? And at NION Academy, as I said earlier, it's green. It's always green. It's either it's green or it's green. All right. So I believe that with the short thing I've said, we are able to understand what NION Academy is about, right? All right. A man from, if I'm right, a man from Abuja. Eniola, are you the one from Abuja? Hello, can you hear me? All right, so that we won't waste so much of our time, and the courses we'll be offering, right? Front-end web development, back-end web development, AI and robotics. I'll be doing design, right? So front-end, back-end, robotics and AI, and design, right? So front-end, at front-end space, you'll be learning how to develop a website. This, maybe you are logging in or you are joining this meeting with your browser now, right? You can see my picture, you can see me talking in the video, you can see the slide I'm presenting, you can see every other person that is here on the screen, right? Everything you can see under your browser is what is called front end, right? Something that you can see, the colors, anything you can see, right? That's what front end is. The color, the navigation bar, the arrows, everything you can see on your browser, everything your eyes can see on your browser, right, is what front end is, right? So everything you can see, that's what front end is. So we'll be teaching you how to build a website from scratch and be able to come up with a web page and basic interaction with programming languages, right? Then robotics, be teaching you how to um, you know be able to build stuffs with is it Python now, simulate and all. Might not be the one to talk about that. When Damola will do that. I'm a web development person. So at the back end, we teach you the logic of how to be able to build stuff for front end, right? So back end simply means the logic, the things that you cannot see, that is making what you can see. I say front end is what you can see. So back end is what you cannot see, that is making what you can see to work, right? So just sink it in. Back end is what you cannot see, that is making what you cannot see to work. You cannot join this meeting now unless you are logged in, right? You cannot join this meeting unless I accept you, right? So back end is what makes it possible for you not to be able to join this meeting until you are accepted. Sometimes you want to log in. I know some of us have Facebook accounts. Somebody said he joined from Facebook, somebody said from WhatsApp, somebody said from Instagram, if I'm correct. One thing that it's common to all these platforms is that you have the tendency to log in. So you want to log in, sometimes you put your username and your password, right? That place that you are putting your password and your username and everything you can see on that page is called front end, right? Where backend comes in is, okay, you put your username but your password is not correct and you try to log in. It will tell you that you cannot log in because your password is not correct, right? It's not what you can see, but because of what is stored in the database, because they used to tell you in secondary school that computer is garbage in, garbage out. It's because of what is stored in the database is not correlating with what you are putting there. That's why it's telling you that you cannot log in, right? So that's what backend simply is. You want to do a transaction, you want to do a bank transfer, you put wrong pin, we tell you, oh, your pin is wrong, stuff like that. So that's what backend really is, the logic part of development, right? And we'll be doing design, maybe like the picture that is on the screen now. You're welcome to class, you're an academy, you can see our Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all of the things that you can see there. Maybe you have interest for color, you want to learn how to design product design, flyers and all. That's what our design class is going to be about, all right? And we have season tutors that we take you that. And for the first classes, maybe like the first two classes after today, we'll be doing a preliminary introduction to what computer is, like a computer science course, okay, how the internet works, computer hardware, software, give you assignment on keyboard and all like that, so that you can understand how to operate the stuffs when we are trying to teach you. So it won't just be that, okay, we are saying do this and you are doing something else and all. So we'll take our time to take you through the basics of computer science itself, you get. So and the internet, how the internet really works, and interaction with can you help me reduce the voices, please? So interaction with your computer, your keyboard, your CPU, your screen, and all like that. So be able to teach you that, so that when we enter into programming, when we enter into writing codes, installing applications and all like that, it will not be strange to you. We will not tell you to press Z, you'll be pressing Q, so that basics will cover the basics of how to do all those things. Then we move into the nitty-gritty of what the course is all about. All right, in just some few moments I've explained robotics here. I've explained front end, back end, design, What else? The basics of computer science and introduction to computer itself and internet. Then Oyindamola, can you just speak up and tell us about robotics? What you have for us in robotics?
Alright, alright. So since it's a Tech4Teens class, I won't be doing much to bombard us with so many things. So we'll just be starting from the basics, which is like the programming languages that are used to control or used to give information or tasks to these robots or these machines per se. So we start with the programming language, go into the software, which is also programming language. So you know like the different softwares that are used to program a robot, how to use them, the languages that they use. And you also look into the hardware parts, the type of materials or components used in robotics. You don't need to have a humanoid. A humanoid is a robot that looks like a human being that performs like our tasks basically. You don't need to have machines or materials for that to become a robotics engineer just yet. But you just need the basics to be satisfied satisfied sorry as a robotics engineer. So that's like basically what we're going to do. Then we look into artificial intelligence, which is just like nowadays it's like the trend right now. So we just look into that, how it helps us in our daily basis, how to use it. And I know most people are actually like thinking what is artificial intelligence going to come for our job and all that. They are still learning from us. They can't just do that on their own yet. So we need to learn how to use them so that when it gets to a time when they need people like us to be able to control them, they won't need to just like be looking for us back and be there. So yeah, I think that's basically what I have for us.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that's the highlight of the courses we're going to be having, right? I know maybe we might have questions or want to say one thing or the other, but before then, the schedule of the class, right, is 4 times in a week. Then Saturday is going to be like a stretch because it's 1 month and we want to try and maximize it. No schools will be resuming maybe next week or next 2 weeks. I don't know, right? So that means we should have started this earlier, but it's never too late, right? So it's going to be a 4 weeks course or maybe 5 weeks. Then the sixth week for you to build projects and be able to practicalize what you have learned. All right. So the first week, the way our class is scheduled, right? I'll send the timetable to you on the group. The way our class is scheduled is Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So on Mondays is 6:30 to 7:30, just 1 hour. On Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30. On Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30. On Fridays, 5:30 to 6:30. Then 7 o'clock p.m. to 8. Then on Saturday, um, we have 10:30 to 11:30, then 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Then we have evening sessions too, which is 4:30 to 5:30, then 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock on Saturday. Don't worry, I know you might not get all of it as I was talking about it, but I will send the timetable to the group. So for each of those sessions, you have specific classes that you'll be having. Maybe it's front end class, maybe it's back end class, maybe it's robotics class, maybe it's just basic computer science class. But we'll definitely start with the computer science class so that everybody can catch up and we'll be moving at the same pace. All right. Then what else have I not touched? Whatever have I not touched? Can you tell me what I've not touched? What have I not touched? I'm not sure. I think that's just the basic overview, right, of what we're doing. So, and there will be attendance. There will be certificates given to you at the end of this class, right?
Yeah.
And all right, you want to ask something? All right, you're
Yes.
welcome.
I think I didn't hear the part of the AI.
Okay, all right. It seems somebody is interested in AI. Oyindamola, can you just come again?
And I can't hear her clearly.
All right. Even me, I struggle to hear you. in Damola.
Alright. Sorry, can you hear me now?
A bit clearer.
Yeah, sorry. So like when I'm stressed, my voice is a little bit higher and deeper. So what I was saying about artificial intelligence was just that artificial intelligence stuff that we use in our day-to-day activities. They are also like machines, but they are not machines. They are into like inside the software. They are in your phones. You have them like ChatGPT. You have them AI. They are on WhatsApp also. You have Meta AI. You have Gemini. I think I think that's basically sums it up. So artificial intelligence is in basically almost everything that we use nowadays. So most people can perform a particular task without artificial intelligence. You go online, you search for something. Often on Google, artificial intelligence is also used to answer your questions. There are some times when you search for a particular thing, right? And you are looking for a key word, just something that is very specific to what you're looking for. You just can start searching and going and scrolling, looking at it one by one. So artificial intelligence has already given and has searched out the information that you need based on those keywords and to give you like a summary and outline with links under. So you have to like say, okay, this is not what I want, this is what I want, and stuff like that. So you are going to learn how to navigate stuff like that and how to use artificial intelligence so that in coming future, which is already now, um artificial intelligence won't replace us because presently we are looking at people that are able to maximize the use of artificial intelligence and they can't like overthrow us without our own intelligence. So without human intelligence, artificial intelligence is just intelligence. There's nothing, it's not even intelligent, there's nothing like good about it without us. So yeah, I hope you got that.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
All right. So,
Yeah.
another person with any question? Anu Lua Dikoju, you're welcome. You're welcome. Can you hear us?
Good evening. Sorry, I can hear you.
All right. All right. So, can you just
Thank
introduce
you.
yourself, your name, where you're joining from, or you heard about this program?
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Anulu Akpo. I'm joining from Lagos State. I heard about it through someone's status, like through a friend's status.
Okay.
So I was able to join from there. Luckily, like the class was still on.
Oh wow, wow, wow! That's amazing. That's amazing. So you just finished secondary school, waiting for admission, or you're still in secondary school?
Okay. I'm a 300 level undergraduate of Olabisi Onabanjo University.
Okay. All right. That's amazing too. Okay. So you're welcome. And I think all of us got what I introduced Neon with, right? Introducing Neon, what we do, what we aim to do with this class. Ibukun Olubima. Sorry, do you have any question?
No questions, sir.
All right, all right. I guess that's the purpose of today's class, just to make sure that we get what the idea of the training is. Is a 1 month. It's going to stress you. It's going to stress you, right? So because it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the Saturday is like a stretch. So and at the end of it, you will have like an exam so that we know where you are proficient more in, right? You have a general certificate and you have a certificate for the maybe the when we do the test for you, the one you are most proficient. So don't miss any class. Every class is your class, and that's so that you'll be able to discover, okay, this is what I can do the most. This is where I find passion in, and or I'll be able to channel that through it all, right? After the 1 month, there will be like a continuous mentorship session for people who are interested. Definitely, that will not be free, right? That will be paid, but it's not going to be paid. So, but the 1 month we definitely pour out ourselves, pour out our energies, and everything that we can do. So, if you still have friends that are willing to join, our classes are Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So, it's a stretch training, and you don't want to miss it. I promise you don't want to miss it. So, don't miss it, and that should be the end of today's session. At NION, don't forget, we nurture, we innovate, we optimize, and we network. We network. All All right. So I wish you a very good luck in this training. Thank you for coming on board. If you still have friends in your secondary school, you can forward the image, the link to them. Let them also be part of what you are enjoying. Let them also be part of the digital age. Everybody needs to know about it. Everybody needs to come into this and be able to maximize it. Whether you are a medicine student, whether you want to do law, whether you want to, everybody, we need AI. Everybody needs it. I'm working in the office. Most of the things I'm doing is ChatGPT. I'm using to do it. You get, and it has made life easy for me instead of cracking my brain and all like that. So it's they are here to make life easy for us. We must learn to maximize and use this thing, not just go on TikTok, not just go on YouTube Reels or Instagram Reels and just wait while you wait time as it were. So learn to put your time to what really matters, and that's the end of it for today's class. Once again, I'm Cornelius Adeoyin, the team lead for NION Academy, and we are here to make it green for you in the tech place. In this place, it's always green. All right. Somebody is still joining. Okay. Let's just have its introduction. The recorded class will be available and will be uploaded, so people who are not joining, we still watch it. Ajayi Shegun, you're welcome. Even though we are ending already, you're welcome. You're welcome. Can you unmute yourself? Can we know your name, where you're joining from, and how you heard about us? All right, it's gone. All right. Thank you everyone for joining, and have a nice time. See you tomorrow again by 6:30 for our first class. I hope you enjoyed the onboarding session. If it's too boring, don't worry. As time goes on, it's not be boring again. I know we are Gen Z, so we love something, something spicy. But don't worry, as time goes on, it will be we put spice to it. All right, you're welcome back, Eniola. You left, but the class will be available. The recorded version will be available. So do well to watch it so that you can understand what we want to do. So see you tomorrow in our first class, Introduction to Computer and Internet by 6:30. Invite your friends, share it to your secondary school group, your people who are teenagers that need to hear about it. It's free, it's 1 month, and it's going to be intensive. You will not forget it in your life. That's what I can promise you. You will not forget it in your life. Alright guys, see you tomorrow.